What up, it's your boy Dvrth again with another video, and today we're here with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean, episode 26. Last episode was a very bizarre welcome back to the series. Took a short break, of course, because we were waiting for the third batch to come out, but coming straight back into it, they didn't miss a beat. There were crazy reveals. There was the craziest reveal of Weather Report potentially being a Joe star or something to that effect, because he has a star on his back, which is absolutely crazy. So either a Joe star, a Brando mixed or fuse himself with a Brando, or he's a Pucci, or there's so many things going on with that. And not only that, but seeing Father Pucci like kind of give himself to the way of gravity and stuff like that, that there is so much going on, and there was so much going on in this in that episode, as well as getting a stand who brings characters to life. So now we're fighting Disney characters. I hope that one day I get to show somebody JoJo, and when they ask me, what is JoJo about? Like, what is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure about? And I hope I get to tell them word for word what it's all about, and them still look at me and not know what the fuck the show is about. I hope that I get that chance one day. I really do. So we're gonna hop straight into it. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, something totally different, the best place to send that in is always my social media. Links going to be in the description below. And if you want these episodes early, or the full length reaction to these episodes, you can subscribe to my Patreon. Links going to be in the description for that as well. We also have a Discord if you want to join that, talk more JoJo or something else that we're watching on the channel. So with all that being said, let's get our headphones, make sure they're on, them bitches is on, and let's just get into it. Can feel his presence. Oh right, because the stand user. Right. Ooh, yeah, this is so tough. What the fuck? Bro, this song is actually really fucking good. You know what's really crazy to think about? I think I talked about this in the discussion for episode 24. But what's gonna, like, there has to be a final interruption, right? You know how like JoJo has like this like, oh, the OP's happening and you're jamming out, and all of a sudden there's like Zawanda, and you know what I'm saying? Like, there has to be that, right? Like, where what is that? I just realized that the song for this is called Heaven's Falling Down. That's crazy. But I wonder what that's gonna look like. Oh, my dog. Batman! Bitch! That's fucked up. He was enjoying Batman. What? Who the fuck? What the fuck is going on? What? Oh yeah, I got this cash on me. What you trying to do? Just stealing it from, that's crazy. That's so hard. Bro, why your ears like that? Oh shit. I gotta get out of here. Fuck up out of here, fuck nigga. Oh, what the fuck? Chocolate into his face. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Bro, there's worldwide chaos. What the fuck? Bro. That's crazy how strong this stand is. Bro. What the fuck is that? I'm not familiar with this one. Oh God, what is this? Oh, that. Oh, wait. I do remember that, like stuffing somebody's stomach with like rocks. Cause that's what they did. I'm pretty sure that's what they did. Oh, pretty sure that's what they did to the wolf. They like filled its stomach with rocks. Yeah. Oh fuck. That's horrible. That's someone else. God, I love Weather Report. Van Gogh? Wait. Oh God. Bring it, fucker. It's great. What the fuck? Yo! Oh no! Oh! Oh my God! Okay, this is terrifying. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, it's just another stopgap. That's crazy. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yo! Oh, that's fucking dark. Come on! What the fuck? Oh, shit! Oh! Bro? Yo, okay, this is fucking insane. And terrifying at the same time. Fuck was that? Ah! Jesus Christ. Oh? It was... What? He got in the air. Wow. To be born means to be chosen. Once chosen, one is protected, supported by all, amidst the competition of life. Chosen one will rise up. Uh-huh. Merely exists. Sons of Dio. What? That's crazy. So it's in the air, but like... Yeah, that's... Can you reach that? Yeah. I don't know. Ooh. What the fuck? Oh, no way. What? Huh? Wait, you're reading it? How? Wait, what? How's he? Wait. What the? He used the he used an OC. What? That's insane. That's insane. Story wants the ability to restore. That's yep. Yep, that was the only way. Yeah. Yep. Jesus. Mona Lisa, bro. Pinocchio's still missing. Oh shit. Oh shit. Ooh, and you got hit that bitch. Oh, you motherfucker, you. Sure, bud. I do understand that you're young, but damn. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's facts. Good enough. Stay out of trouble, kid. Whoa. Oh. Oh, you bitch. Oh. Well, yep, I knew it. His kiss on it. Oh. Oh. All right, guess. So you okay? Yeah. He was just a kid after all. A jeep, a helicopter. Oh, that's crazy. So he just whips around in a helicopter now. Good job, Romeo. That was. Yeah, you still got to get did for before. Damn. That's cold. That's cold as fuck. Yeah, you still got to get did for before, bro. Like that's sorry. This is just necessary. Damn. That was crazy. That was crazy. Man, so he actually did do the whole OC thing, which I mean did he his it was pretty much the only way you could defeat a Stan user like that. It's just yeah, you just have to make your own character. That was cool though. I'm thinking about. What? Who the fuck is this? Okay. All right. Who the fuck? I guess that's just like the next guy that we're gonna fight. Okay. Wow. So that was a crazy way to end that fight. Actually, the thing is that was pretty much the only way that fight could have ended, because of how powerful the stand was. From the beginning of being introduced to Bohemian Rhapsody, it was one of those stands that it was one of those stands that we weren't going. It was obvious that we weren't going to win that fight by just running up on him and then beating his ass, right? That wasn't how we were going to win the fight, and I don't think it was ever an option. Now, I didn't know that he was going to be like 30,000 feet in the air in a plane, and that's how he's like, controlling it from afar, which is crazy because his range is insane, right? Like, one, he's in a plane. Now, granted, he was probably like going back and forth or whatever, but this was like worldwide hysteria and panic that was being spread. So his range is incredible, or at least the range of effect is incredible. So I never really figured that we would really fight him for real. It would be more of a thing of like outsmarting him. And the thing with his stand is that it's one of those stands like what is it? Heaven's Door, Rohan's stand. It's one of those stands like Heaven's Door where it basically gives you a blank check to write, and because it gave us that blank check, the only way to defeat the stand is by using the stand. And luckily, Weather Report was able to just create an OC that was like, and this guy just basically ends it all, which, yeah, that's how you would win a fight like that. The thing is with the OC thing is that I'm not sure if it was exact, which is why I was like a little iffy on it. I'm not sure how exactly it works that he was able to like write or like draw up an OC or whatever. But it's one of those things that I don't think I'm supposed to think too hard on. There are certain like aspects to the ability that I'm sure could be inferred on how he did it. I know like how I would kind of infer that he did, or how I would have done it. And especially with him dealing with Van Gogh, who we established prior that he would have some sort of like way to project art, in spirit, which to me basically what Weather Report did there was just create a stand. Which is cool because, like I said, we talked about how like artists like Van Gogh and stuff like that could have been stand users because they were projecting spirit onto art and oneself onto art, which is basically what a stand is. So what Weather Report did there was basically use that thought process in this fight, and it ended up being what beat the ended up being what defeated the Bohemian Rhapsody. I don't think we ever found out his actual name. Now, here's the thing about all this is that while he was defeated and he may have been, it may seem like, that's another obstacle down. We know that Father Pucci is in this state of and like he's in the state of I am cannot be harmed, and everything is for a reason, right? So even if we were to, even though we defeated Bohemian Rhapsody, who's to say that isn't just a part of the grand scheme? That's not a part of the plan, because we haven't seen all of the bells and whistles, the moving parts of Pucci's actual plan. We know where he's going and we know what he's trying to do, but we don't know like how it works. So while we are defeating like enemies, and I'm sure we're going to be defeating enemy after enemy, we kind of have to still stay vigilant in understanding that we still might just be playing into Father Pucci's hand by defeating these enemies. So it's an iffy, it's almost a catch-22 for us. It is really what it is. The fight was very cool. It's JoJo does the stand of the week thing very well, and it's shown in this fight as well, because it's very creative. It's very interesting to like see the different stories come to life and stuff like that, and how creepy they all are. It's just a vast amount of creativity being put on display here by seeing how all this plays out. Now I do like how how widespread the destruction was for this stand, and it's mostly because Pucci isn't trying to defeat anybody anymore. That's pretty much what these stands show me, is that they're not trying to really defeat anybody. He's not really trying to defeat anybody anymore. He's simply stalling for how long did it say, until the new moon? However long it is, he's simply stalling for the new moon, which is working pretty well. Like if all of these stands are gonna be like this, it's gonna work pretty damn well. I see Pucci actually getting to his destination and, you know, opening up the gate to heaven, or whatever the fuck it's going, portal, or whatever the fuck it's gonna be. So on Pucci's part, he's doing a phenomenal job just orchestrating everything that's going on. Now he has like fate on his side right now, or at least he's orchestrating fate in a way. Well, I don't even think he's orchestrating. I think he's just you know, he's working with it. So I see him getting to that, but it's just that it's because everything that he is doing so far is to simply stall, and he's just doing that to a masterful degree. But what I do like about this episode that we kind of got into was Pucci's talk about like basically winning the race of life and being born. So I wanted to go back and like see what exactly he said, because it was some interesting shit. Though nope, fuck. Hang on, let me see. The night before, to be born means to be chosen. Once one is chosen, one is protected and supported by all. Amidst the competitions of life, the chosen one rises above. Those who were drawn to me, they exist to bring me to heaven. Then the rightful time arises, or when the rightful time arises. Yes, Jolene Cujo may have escaped to chase me down, but she merely exists to help me attain. So yeah, this further explains the idea that we're simply like, this is Pucci's world and we're simply living in it right now. And I think that's one of the biggest things that this show, or this episode, Jesus fucking Christ, it's one of the biggest things that this show is trying to convey to us right now, is that no matter what we do, I think we're going to get to that point where heaven opens up, and whatever Pucci is planning, like whatever Pucci sees this heaven to be, is going to come to fruition, because we're just going along with the flow right now. It's going to take something a little bit more than just Jolene to stop this. I don't even think Jolene defeats Pucci in this part, because she is basically playing into his hand. And the thing is about Pucci is that I believe what he's saying. This isn't like a usual bad guy rant where he's like, I'm just so powerful that even if the protagonist of this show is to come and try to stop me, it doesn't matter because I'm just too powerful and too smart and cunning, and it's all a part of my plan. No, it doesn't read like that for me. It reads mostly because fate is like a more tangible thing in this world. Like fate's a real thing in this world. It reads to me like I already know I've won because fate has been whispering in my ear telling me that I won. God itself has been whispering in my ear telling me that I've won, and that Jolene is a part of that. Like he's seen it all. He sees that Jolene is just a cog in that machine. So I expect it to take more than just Jolene pulling up and having this showdown with Pucci to defeat him. I think I've said this before, but I'm pretty sure Pucci is definitely going to get what he wants here. And there's a lot of ways that this show could end with a whole like, and he won. You know, I don't think it's going to end like that, but the show could definitely end with and Pucci won, and everybody went to heaven, and it was all good. So I just don't see. I don't see a victory as we would think we would get a normal JoJo victory. You know, like Jotaro pulling up beating ass, or Josuke pulling up beating ass, Giorno pulling up beating ass. You know what I'm saying? This seems to me that a lot of things when it comes to Pucci or going up against Pucci is kind of hopeless because he's already won at least this battle. The war, I don't know, but at least this battle of like, no, we can't let Pucci open up heaven and then potentially kill everybody. Yeah, that's it. Doesn't matter. That's Dunzo. I think he is destined to do that. So it's not a question of how do we stop him from doing it. It's a question of how do we reverse what he's done? Can we reverse what he's done, like what he's put into motion? So it's a very dark and cynical way of thinking of it, because that basically says that like we as the protagonists have lost. But it's also really good writing because, as I've said in I think it was episode 22 or something like that, that Pucci is winning because he is on the same level as a protagonist in the story. Like though he's an antagonist, he's not exactly a villain. He just has a different set of morals and ideas. So it's what makes Jolene the protagonist can also make Pucci the protagonist. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that he could just win. Now, with all this being said, and him talking to these people, he refers to them as sons of Dio, which like at first I was like, oh, like that nigga had more kids. But I think I think it's more of a name for the group here, because these are gonna be like, you know, these are gonna be more or less like his disciples, I guess you could say, and that's just what he calls them. Unless they are actually like, yeah, no, these are actually sons of Dio. Um, which would be really fucking weird. Would be really, really fucking weird. But who knows? Who knows? I guess we'll get more information on that. But also that it seems like they only recently got their powers, or at least this first guy only recently got his powers. And how he got those powers bestowed upon him, I don't know. Because I don't think he has an arrow. Maybe he is actually still using White Snake. So he just had that power just chilling, and he was like, yeah, okay, well, you can have it. You know what I'm saying? So it's that's also a possibility. I don't or maybe he just always had it, and he just became awakened because of like fate and stuff like that. It doesn't really matter. I think Jolene said it best. Anything that happens right now doesn't really matter. It all won't matter in a bit. And that's the scary thing about this part, and how this part's ending, is that in a little bit nothing will matter once the singularity hits. One thing that I really liked the about bringing back Romeo, which was a surprise to me, but one thing I did really like about it is that he's shown in a different light here. It's very easy to hate Romeo, and he should rot for what he did. And just face the consequences of what he did. But I do like that we kind of contextualize it in a way that shows that Romeo, while he did do something bad, stupid, and arguably evil, he was still just a kid who kind of fell into this conspiracy of people that wanted the downfall of the Joestars. Basically, Romeo just got caught up in a current that he was too weak to fight against. So when showing Romeo, what I really like about it is that it shows the difference between a normal person and somebody like Jolene, or just a Joestar in general, or a Joe Bro, or whatever, just a normal person versus somebody like them, who is able to fight against the current that is fate. There are some people that are strong enough to do it, and then there are people like Romeo who are simply just too weak to do anything, fold under that pressure, and then end up doing something stupid like what they did to Jolene. But Jolene being understanding, and it's really not being understand. It is being understanding, but it's more of Jolene understanding what's more important right now. And Jolene being strong enough to understand what's more important right now, and saying none of this shit's gonna matter. Like, just give me your car and some money, and that's about it. But in the end, having Romeo like not sell Jolene out, or kind of showing that he might just sell her out, and him being like, nah, bro, can't be doing all that. It's not, I don't want to say it redeems him, because like what he did was some fuck shit, but it at least makes me feel a little bit better about Romeo as a character. Like, oh yeah, okay, he was just a stupid fucking kid. He was just a stupid kid. He was caught up in something way bigger than him. So I can't hate too much, I can't hate too much. Like, yeah, what you did was kind of some fuck shit, but I cannot hate too much. But yeah, this was a really good episode. We got more on like the whole we didn't get more on the whole gravity thing, but the whole thing with Pucci like talking to the sons of Dio or whatever, and talking about like how he's drawn to him and stuff like that. It kind of it kind of shows how much gravity Pucci possesses right now. Now we know that he's trying to, get to Cape Carnival, and that kind of shows me that though there is this gravity, there has to be a place that that he is trying to get to, which is like I said, we know it's Cape Carnival. Reason being that that's where heaven's going to open up. Problem is, if here's the thing, and I was about to end the discussion, but here's the thing: if he gets there, he opens up heaven, and he does his little singularity thing. His job's not exactly done there. He needs, even if he were to create this world of without worry and stuff, he would simply get to the end and it not matter. The idea is that he needs a loop, and then it makes more sense for him to do this, right? So this gravity can't, the thing with gravity is that it has an endpoint, right? If I were to take my phone or something and I drop it to the ground, it's going to hit the ground at some point, right? And follow me on this, because I know this isn't going to make much sense, but just follow me for a little bit. If I drop my phone, it hits the ground was a stop point, right? And that means that the ground, the earth, whatever is the end point for that gravity. Pucci being the endpoint for the gravity of the human race, being him being like the shepherd for everybody. He can bring people to this endpoint, but it's nothing but an endpoint. If he brings people to an endpoint, everything that he's done so far is null and void. What he or at least I hope that this is something that the show explains, at least, because if he doesn't, if the show doesn't explain this, maybe this is me being stupid, but if the show doesn't explain this, I'm not going to understand all too well, right? I'm gonna be like, so why did we do this? Because if he's, the only thing that he does is bring the world to an endpoint, then he didn't create anything. He simply, how do I explain this? What he would want to do, instead of bringing that gravity to an endpoint, he would want to create a constant loop of that gravity, kind of like a perpetual motion, right? In that way, the knowing of one's destiny, fate, whatever, and the elimination of one's worry, anxiety, and just everything that creates unhappiness, everything that prevents us from getting to heaven. You want to create a constant loop of that. At least now, is that a good thing? No, obviously not. But for what Pucci is planning, that's what you would have to do, because an endpoint is simply an endpoint. You don't achieve anything. That is the equivalent, if they were to do that, that's the equivalent of Pucci's plan being to kill everybody, and that's it. Oh, life is suffering, you all should die. In which there are some good villains who do that, and all that stuff, but that wouldn't make sense for what Pucci is trying to do. His plan isn't life is suffering and you should all die. He's saying that life is suffering, so we should all make it better or improve it. So if he's trying to create something more, or trying to create something, what am I trying to say? If he's trying to create something more, or he's trying to create something totally different, which would be heaven, or a completely different universe that expels that anxiety, bringing this current one to an end point without creating something new, or creating a revolving door of that thing, makes everything else that you've done so far null and void. So playing, like, the idea of fighting, like, here, Pucci is not going to fight anybody. Like, yeah, he's done fighting. He's done fighting, right? He is simply shepherding everything towards that point, towards that cycle. I guess I should call it, right? Instead of a point, because a point ends. What he's shepherding people to is a cycle. So Pucci would be done fighting, like, whether it is physical or so on and so forth. He's not going to stoop so low or care about, like, if Jolene pulled up and was like, yeah, I'm finna swing, right? And if I go back to the OP, I don't even think Pucci, like, actually does anything. Like, at the end of, like, where they're in, like, this ethereal, like, ocean place, whatever, like, you see I'm looking at it now. So you see Jolene pull up, swing. Pucci doesn't do a damn thing. It's because I don't think that he needs to. I don't think that that's the idea of this new stand, is to fight back. The idea of this new stand, whether he has it right now or not, is to provide rather than fight. Now, the provision in, you know, what he provides, what the stand provides, may not like cause people's deaths, but in a lot of ways this is simply salvation for Pucci. This is simply bringing people to salvation. So I think that that's kind of over that the whole he doesn't care. I think that I'm saying all this to say, like, he doesn't care about oh, well, we gotta get jiggy with it for real. Like, no, he's not scrapping no more. And maybe he will, maybe he won't. Maybe this is a dumb tangent to go on, but I feel like Pucci is above that right now. Even him having his little disciples, his three kings, you know, whatever biblical reference you want to make, he's kind of done with it. I don't even think like, you can see it in his tactics right now. He's not even using these people to kill them. Like, he's not even using these people to kill Jolene per se, really. Actually, he didn't use these people. Hold on. He didn't use the people to kill Jolene. Maybe this is just like a discrepancy of time. Like, oh, it just wasn't happening when Jolene was out, blah blah. But no, the next person could though. I was about to say, because, like, he specifically, this son of Dio, I guess I'll call him, this son of Dio, like, specifically attacked Weather Report in Ansui. Okay, whatever. Cause that's a little weird. Like I said, the next one could just attack Jolene, because we still have like two more. I saw there was three people, including the Bohemian Rhapsody guy. So the next guy is probably just going to attack Jolene and the rest of the group. So yeah, that is weird. But the point being that I was trying to make is that he's kind of done trying to kill people. Like, he's not with that no more. He doesn't need to be with that. He's that's beneath him. All he's doing right now is stalling everybody until the new moon, so he can fulfill his destiny of being the shepherd for everybody into this new world. So it's you know, it's not looking good for our group. It really it yeah, it's really not. Pucci is really cool as a villain. I really like Pucci as a villain. He's probably my favorite so far, because he's just different, bro. He's different. He's so different. But yeah, this was a really good episode. Really enjoyed this this episode and how it all went down. Glad that this one did not go on as long as the last episode's discussion, because dear God, it took forever to render that. But yeah, I'm hyped to see what comes up next, because we hit the ground running with this batch. Everything's been looking really good, and now we're headed towards the end, and this is I can feel the anxiety. I can feel the anxiety, and oh man, I don't want this. I don't know. I'm like really afraid of how this ends. I don't know. It just this really feels like this is like the end for real, and I don't want to. Oh God, this is gonna be so bad. Okay, all right. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. I'm excited. So if you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. Having a request, whether it be more JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or something totally different, the best place in that in is always my social media. Links going to be in the description below. If you want these episodes early, subscribe to my Patreon. Links going to be in the description for that as well. So with all that being said, oh, we also have Discord. So with all that being said, let me get my off button ready. There it is. Y'all stay amazing, stay safe, and take care of yourselves.